Okay, well now that we have our new skills unlocked, and we're pretty high level. What are we? What level are we? 168 out of 200. That's pretty good. Let's respec and go through that process together. Why not? This should be fun. Respec. Hold the R. R. 48 hours, no cooldown, but that's fine. Should only need to do this once every so often. Done it once before. Let's do it at 168. Woo, yeah! Okay, well, we're gonna want to take this simply because we're trying to get to the superior efficiency for power drain. I'm gonna have to learn this one too, aren't I? Okay. We're gonna come back to anything else. Oh, we're gonna want to learn these two. Yep. Level 2 claw. Put that as our ability there. Now let's get into the good stuff. Let's get to the good stuff. The knee charge. We're at level 2. Okay, level 1 does 100 or 50 damage and 120 poise. 160, 140, 325, 160. Oh yeah. Well. Straight to level 3 right there. Oh man. What do we do here? Well, that's yep, definitely using that. We're gonna go for that. Because when I do these difficult attacks, you get damage mitigation. Bleed tolerance. Well, yes, that's a make. Of course, we want that. Oh yes, I definitely love this. It's passive. Maxing that out. Blade damage. Well, yes, 3 increase. 9%. Yes. We want to get to the long blade damage here, so I'm pretty sure we have to take one of these, which we're not really using. Where is the one we're using? Oh, there it is. Well, field medicine and then crippling strike. Those are the ones we're doing, and absolutely more max stamina and stamina recovery rate. Absolutely maxing that out right away. Absolutely. Go more. Haha, yes. Passive hydration, sure. And we're going to figure out what our other technique is there that we want. increase our blade damage here because we use a long blade. Yeah. Awesome. I have not been using these. I haven't been using that one. Reckless lung technique is being used, so let's... Right, I'm pretty sure I'm using that one because when I sprint up, get bonus damage mitigation. Let's look at our other technique we might want. Well, ability cooldown's 20% is pretty good. I did want to take this one here so I could get the center of mass technique maybe. Because that does extra damage. And that would be better than that one. Now we do have these over here we can unlock and we have access to. Marksman, range damage, poison, definitely want to spend a couple points over here, like on your vehicle, fuel efficient, absolutely. Vehicle mining, absolutely. Vehicle scanning, only because you have to do it to get the up here. I'm not doing anything over here. Well, I was doing that if I have some extra points. And yeah, passive. That's a great one right there. Power generation. Increase yield, yep. Maximum power, absolutely. And take that so my compactor runs. To make sure I'm maximizing. Don't gather much dew, so we'll save the points there. Okay. Weirding way. Well, we want to get some over here into... I think we only can do one, right? Yep, but... Healing limit. That's cool. Passive vitality, though. That's what I think what we're really looking for. Passive self-healing. Passive sun tolerance. I mean, that's pretty nice right there. Passive poison tolerance would be great. Healing regen limit. You can use your bone. Interesting. might as well improve my healing effectiveness. And I don't think I was doing anything over here, but I need to. Boy, that would extra 10% damage. I'm doing 50% all the time. But here's an extra little bit here. A short blade. Daggers. Not using daggers. Alright, let's make sure we're maxed out over here that we want to be. Desert conditioning. Yes. Absolutely. Decreases. You might as well max it out, right? What we're here for as a swordsman. Yeah. I don't use this ability, so I'm not going to spend the points on it. Yeah, might as well max that out, right? And our bleed tolerance. I haven't had an issue past level 2 yet, so I'm going to keep that one, because maybe later, but I haven't run into much bleeding yet, so at least that's not been a problem for me with this. Maybe it is, I don't know. Let's take it, why not? We're here. That's if you're a big defense person with your sword, use that one. If you like to defend a lot with the sword, that's a perfect one for you. Okay, 15 points still. What do we got left? What techniques are we using? Center of mass, I think that was over here. Because it's 20% damage. Discipline breathing. Okay, cool. So additional stamina when well hydrated. Well, absolutely. Been using that one. Let's max that one out too. Alright. I think heal kits restore more. That's big for me right now as well. And I think, look at that. Down to one left. And I think we'll probably save that. Wow, alright. That went pretty good. So here at level 168, this is where we ended up at. With basically maxing out the abilities I use as a swordsman. I skipped the inspiration ability I'm not using. I'm not much of a defense, so I skipped that. And I skipped those abilities. I'm not using those. I'm using the knee charge, the crippling strike, and the claw from the trooper. That's my third one that I use a lot, moving around. Also, get around your enemies and stun them as well. It's great. So I took superior efficiency here. And I'm using the center of mass technique as one of my passive techniques because of the extra damage you get there with blade damage and body damage. And I don't really hit people in the head much, you know, as a swordsman. So it's a good one to take. And, you know, passive range damage. Ooh. That's the one I need to probably do more passive on my my clothes. Where's she at? Garment keeper. Alright, well, we're gonna have to start working that way. Spent them all on other things. Not important to me right now. Alright, what else did we end up with? So yeah, we ended up with this is the soldier, level 2 claw, level 2 center of mass there. Using the efficiency for the power drain bonus. The mechanic here for fuel efficiency and vehicle mining, vehicle repair, my own mining. Looks like I had to lose my mountaineer for climbing. Okay, I'll have to remember that. And left all this in the explorer field. I dropped those points for. I'll put them other places. And I did want to put a couple over here, which is where I moved instead of the explorer. I basically moved them into over here for stamina and passive healing, passive sun, passive vitality, and I might want to check this one out, see what it does. Alright, well thanks for watching, casual gamers. This has been fun to raise up our swordsman level to level 3, and we'll move on to the next journey. If you enjoyed the series, well, you know which buttons to push. We'll see you next time.
Let the echoes of history remind you. Those who oppose House Sarkonnen hate only ruin. Choose loyalty